This video was created for the player side's pad conditions. The one that does not have the system error are worse than the player side with the system error. Of course, the first thing that should come across to your mind is to ask the arcade technicians to repair the pads that do not have the system error. But for apparent reason, especially if the arcade is full, they are only going to repair the pads when it is necessary. Importance of pad maintenance consistency really lacks here in South Africa, so excuse guys. This will be quite a lot of work to do, but still worth something. Find songs that only activate the buttons for a short span of time. Avoid ghost stepping until the buttons deactivate. These charts should only start releasing the arrows once the buttons are deactivated.
What done?
If you have the will to spend 12 Rand on each session you play, then switch to versus play on your gameplay and then look at the player side that does not have the system error, and then you can set your own speed modifiers, and then ignore the side that has the system error since it's going to increase your speed modifiers unwantingly. And yeah, but that's only if you got money, guys. Okay guys, wait, let me actually just zoom a bit so you can hear. Yeah, okay, so it's gonna be a long story to explain method number 3. Well, if you're new to DDR, then you won't understand what gibberish I'm gonna say right now. And also, I just want to resolve. I'll explain everything here. If you're not new to DDR, this should make sense to you. And yeah. So say like, okay, let's say like with a raw X2 cabinet with the one with the system error. Say like you want to play a song at 160 BPM, and let's pick a song from the X2 series called Theory of Eternity ESP12. And let's say like the step chart starts off like this. I didn't check the step chart yet. I'm just lazy to do so. Maybe I could just go on YouTube and actually redo it, but I'm just lazy. This is just an example, so don't judge me. So okay, say like the step chart just let's say like it starts off like this, and then when we get as the arrows start to come towards the receptor, your buttons, obviously these are your buttons. Let's say like this is the X2 cabinet. Sorry for my nice drawing. So yeah, okay, so here's your receptor. Here the arrows are coming from the top. I know they're reverse players anyway, but say like your button lights are on. They're on whilst the arrows are coming up, and you're going to hit them on the receptors. But then when you get to the sixth arrow, your buttons are going to switch off the lights. They're going to deactivate. And obviously with the X2 problem, you know when the arrows are when the buttons are activated with lights. Let's say this. Say like you want to play this song, you really want to play this chart at 3 times speed, at 3x, whatever you call it. But then you know, since the lights are on these buttons, you know that your left arrow and your right arrow are going to be responsible for changing your speed modifiers unwantingly. So since these two arrows start from the left and your buttons lights are still on, your 3x, which is the speed mod that you really want to read at, it'll actually now decrease to now that you're going to be reading at 2x, at 2 times speed. Remember, the DDR-X2 series, we go with 1,5. I'm not sure, but I might check again. Somewhere around in DDR 2013 or 14, that's where, I think that's when 0,25 was introduced, but that's something to remember. Just hold up for a second. So you're going to encounter this problem since it's going to affect your speed modifiers unwantedly. So how are you going to be dealing with this problem? Obviously, before you even click the song, you'll go to your options table. Say like you click on options. Obviously, you hit this button for long to click on your options table. Then you get so many options like speed modifiers, turns, appearance, node skin, and so much more. And then, okay, so then here's what you're gonna do. So before you even start playing the song and you're on your options table, you go to your speed modifiers, and since you wanna actually play this chart at 3x speed, at 3x speed, what you're going to do is that you're going to increase your speed modifier a bit higher. So these two arrows can be able to not take advantage of you. And as you get to your 6th arrow, the lights will go off, and then your speed won't be changed anymore since the lights and the pads are not in a relationship or connected to each other somehow anymore. What speed modifier will you put it on? You would put it in 4x speed. You put in 4x speed. So you initially put your speed modifier in 4x speed, then you press the select button, and then you start playing the chart. So then your speed modifier will be reading at 4x speed right now. And then remember, I said until to the 5th arrow, until to the 5th arrow, your buttons are still on. When we get to the 6th arrow, your buttons will be off. This is just an example. So since you put your time on 4x speed, your speed on 4x speed, then you'll come when these two arrows come across. They'll now decrease the speed since the lights are on. They'll now decrease the speed from 4x speed to 3x speed. And this is the speed that you want to read, for example. And then after that, then your arrows go. And then when you get to the 6th arrow, then the buttons are deactivated. And then your song will be in 3x speed throughout the entire chart. And that is basically how method 3 works. If you don't understand it, then just leave a comment below and I'll try and break it down into pieces on how to understand this. And method number 4, honestly, just for method number 4, just find a better dance cabinet in South Africa. I mean, there are better X2 cabinets in South Africa. Well, if you live in Northwest, I'm so sorry. Durban has the best ones, but there's one X2 cabinet that still needs to be discovered within the Gauteng Northwest provinces. So we'll look onto that. Yeah.